So this is my mission. This is what drives me. I believe that my most important thing that I can do in my life is transform consciousness on this planet. And how do I do that? By creating a world of powerful self-expression. Because when you start living a life with purpose, as you said everything earlier, you are like a magnet. And whatever energy you put out determines what you get back. When you start living your life with purpose, you find that everything conspires to help you make it happen.
Excellent. We are live, and I'm very excited to have me on the video with me, Robin Banks. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me from far from Gauteng.
Thank you for watching. Just a quick reminder to grab your gift pack for entrepreneurs in the link below. It's a gift pack for entrepreneurs to the value of 57,000 Rand, free of charge. All you need to do is activate it. Part of that gift pack for entrepreneurs is a voucher of 3 months for 3 months free accounting services from a company, Dryk Holdings. All you need to do is activate the gift pack voucher in the link below, and we will be in contact with you as soon as you've done that. Thank you for watching, and back to the interview.
We talk about living for a bigger purpose, and I love the Japanese word Ikigai. Ikigai is related to your passion, your purpose, and the reason for waking up in the morning that's bigger than yourself. And okay. I think it links a lot to what you said rather in the beginning of this talk. But if we start living for something bigger than ourselves, in your case as well, it's just not about the money. When you start living your Ikigai, you actually start attracting money because you're doing that, because you're doing something for a bigger purpose than just looking for the money.
Yeah. And look, it is tricky as an entrepreneur, because I mean, a lot of the reason why people do enter into business is they want to be more successful. And I am big on success. I am big on success.
For sure.
And one of the things I encourage my Mind Power students to do is, I say to them, it's your duty to succeed. I don't just want you to be successful. I want you to be mega successful. I want you to be worth millions and millions of dollars. And I really do. And I'm not just saying that, because your success helps lots of people and your failure helps no one. So we need successful people. But having said that, if your sole purpose is to make money, you probably won't. If that's your driving reason, if that's your drive, and now, by the way, I love money, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I love money, and money loves me. We got a thing going on. I really do like the good that money can do. I can think of 100,000 excellent reasons why it's good to have money. I can't think of one reason why it's not good to have money. When people say money is the root of all evil, I'm like, well, I think the lack of money is the root of all evil. How can money be evil? It's a piece of paper. So some people's consciousness around money can be evil. So here's why I'm saying this, is that while I do love money and I'm big on success, that's not what drives me. What drives me is my mission. I have a personal mission statement. I think every human being should have a personal mission statement. The most successful companies have a mission statement, because then everybody knows what the purpose of the company is. What are they here to do? And as human beings, I believe each and every one of us came here with a purpose. And you've known your purpose since you were a child. As a kid, you always knew that you were special. But then we were conditioned to believe we're not special. Now, I believe that every single one of us, all 7.8 billion of us, are special, because you are unique. Nobody brings what you brings. No one brings your gift. No one brings your personality, the way you speak, the way you move. Now, most people think that makes them, they judge themselves and say, well, I'm not as good as so-and-so. But why are you comparing yourself to other people? The one thing people say to me a lot in my seminars, especially young people, they come and say, oh, Robin, I want to be like you. And I always go, oh no. But if you're going to be me, who's going to be you? Because, I mean, we need you. We can't just have me. And I say it as a joke, but really what I'm wanting them to get is that you've got to celebrate your uniqueness. You've got to celebrate that you bring something unique. So here's what I invite people to do. Become aware of what your unique gifts are. I recognize my unique gift. I'm confident. I'm friendly. I've got a great sense of humor. I love people. I've got high energy. Now, is that arrogant? Arrogant is when you think you're better than other people. I honestly don't think I'm better than anyone, and I mean that sincerely. There's no one. I don't think I'm better than the petrol attendant or the cashier. I treat the cashier at Pick and Pay with the same respect as I treat the CEO of Vodacom if I have a meeting with him. I don't think he's any more special or any more important. So, but I do think each and every one of us have unique gifts. So find your strengths. So make a list. Make a list of your top 10 strengths. And not in a like an arrogant way, but just in a way like, Robin, geez, you're really a confident guy. You've got a great sense of humor. You speak well. You are dynamic. You're enthusiastic. You are very, you want to make the world a better place. So I make a list and then I think, okay, now, what do I think my mission is? So I created my personal mission. Now, my mission statement, the guy who taught us personal mission statement said to us that your mission statement, your personal mission statement needs to be something so grand that you'll probably never achieve it in this lifetime. But each day you can take another step towards achieving it. Because if it's finite and you do achieve it, then what's the point of being alive? So you need to create it in such a way, you need to write it in such a way that it is something that you're constantly striving towards. You're never going to get there, but every day you can get closer, if that makes sense. Now, you don't say that to someone like me, because I then wrote the mission statement, and I remember after putting it together, and it took a good hour to write it, maybe even longer. And I remember looking at it going, that's me. That is totally who I am. I love it. And when I shared it with the group I was sitting with, everybody around me was like looking at me, and I could see this one kid looking at me with big eyes. It was in Sioux City, Iowa. And this one guy says, man, that's a bit over the top, man. Like, I can't relate to that. Could you just make it real? Because I mean, like, that's like way out there. Could you just bring it down a bit? Because I can't relate to that. And as I looked at it, I thought, yeah, it is a little bit grandiose. It is a little bit big. And so I tried changing it. And I tried changing it many times so that it sounded nicer and more fluffy. And only after about a year and a half, I thought to myself, if a mission statement is symbolic of who you are as a person, am I an over-the-top kind of a person? Now, please be honest now, Jasper. Do you think I'm an under-the-counter kind of a guy, or do you think my personality is more over-the-top? What do you think?
I definitely don't think you're an introvert.
I am so extroverted. I walk into a room, you know I'm coming before I walk in because I am loud. I am over the top. So when I thought, well, am I over the top? I thought, yeah, I'm totally over the top. I'm loud. I'm very big in my personality. So wouldn't it make sense that my mission statement is over the top? And today I love it. And this is my mission statement. My mission statement is that I believe that I am here because I transform global consciousness by creating a world of powerful self-expression. So this is my mission. This is what drives me. I believe that my most important thing that I can do in my life is transform consciousness on this planet. And how do I do that? By creating a world of powerful self-expression. What does that look like for me? Well, one way is that I stand on stage in front of thousands of people and I express myself powerfully. But more important than that, I teach other people to express themselves powerfully. So you find what is your unique gift, Jasper? What do you bring? Because if you don't bring it, no one's going to bring it. So we need you to be the best you can be if we're going to make the world a better place. So why I'm saying this, and initially I thought that in order to transform global consciousness, I need to be on stage in front of thousands of people. And then suddenly one day I realized, hold on, I can just speak to the petrol attendant and I can make him laugh. And in that moment, I've transformed his consciousness. I can just speak to people around me and help them see life in a different way in a moment, and I've transformed consciousness. So it doesn't, as Mother Teresa says, we cannot all do great things, but we can all do small things with great love. The most important question anybody could ever ask themselves is, what do I want? That's the most important question you can ask yourself. What do I want? Now, not just what do I want materialistically. I want to drive a Mercedes Benz and I want to live in a beautiful house. And those things are cool. And I want you to have those things. But at a deeper level, what do you really want out of life? What do you why are you here? What do you want? Because when you start asking that question, what you find is the universe, God, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Ram, everything conspires to help you to find your way. Because when you start living a life with purpose, as you said everything earlier, you are like a magnet. And whatever energy you put out determines what you get back. When you start living your life with purpose, you find that everything conspires to help you make it happen. So today, I wrote this down in April 2000. When I wrote this mission statement, I was only speaking to groups of like 30, 40, 50 people at a time. And here I'm writing down, I transform global consciousness by creating a world. I'm like, who the hell do I think I am? It's very weird that today, 20 years later, I have traveled to most countries on this planet. I speak to thousands of people and I am helping transform people's lives from around the world. Because when you become clear about your purpose and you set the intention, what happens is that everything conspires to help you make it happen. So I do want to go back to one thing before I hand back over to you. You've got to find your purpose. You've got to find your unique way. Don't try and be like somebody else. Don't try and be like, you can learn from Bill Gates. You can learn from, the great leaders of our time. You can look to them for examples, but find your way. Because the way you do it, no one's going to do it the way you do it. You are unique. No one has your voice. No one has your accent. There may be people who have a similar accent, but nobody has the combination of factors that you have. And you shouldn't only recognize your uniqueness, you should celebrate it. There is nobody like me. And this puts you at an advantage. So just some thoughts to ponder.
If you like this video on Robin Banks, I would suggest you look at the video right next to me, because that's the full interview on Robin Banks and how to create a mindset of abundance.